Trillium Client Handbook audio version recorded May 2024. A guide to our services. Trillium, serving Washington, King, Pierce, Clark, Kitsap, and Yakima counties. www.trillium.org. On the cover of the handbook are 4 photos, each showing a different Trillium client at their worksite. 1. Table of Contents. 1. Welcome to Trillium Employment Services. 2. Our first meeting. 3. Services Trillium offers. Employment. Discovery and planning, assessment, job development, job coaching, career advancement. Community inclusion. Discovery, community development, inclusion advancement. Additional resources/supports. Safety audit. Roles and expectations. 4. How are services paid for? 5. Trillium Policies. 6. Trillium Staff. 7. Complaint resolution process. If you would like this handbook in any other language or format, please contact us. Page 1. 1. Welcome to Trillium Employment Services. Thank you for considering Trillium as your employment and community inclusion provider. We are dedicated to helping people find jobs and community connections that fit their skills and interests. And we help employers build a strong workforce. We are person-centered in our services, and we will support your individual success. Trillium's mission is to promote inclusive community and employment opportunities. Since 1983, we have been creating workplace inclusion for people with disabilities. We currently serve King, Pierce, Clark, Kitsap, and Yakima counties. We hope this handbook helps explain our services and set clear expectations for our partnership. Thank you again for considering Trillium as an employment and community inclusion provider. Page 2. 2. Our first meeting. At our first meeting, we will cover much of the information in this handbook. It is an opportunity for us to explain who we are, how we support you, and how the process works. Getting to know you, your goals, and your support team is the most important part of this meeting for us. We want to work with you in achieving your community and employment goals. Do you like working with people or alone? Indoors or outdoors? Full-time or part-time? What passions do you have? These are some of the things we would like to talk about at our first meeting. There is an image, and on this image is a dotted path, and along the path are various dots. Trillium's services, forging a path to inclusion. The first dot, our first meeting. Second dot, discovery and planning. Third dot, assessment. Fourth dot, job development. Fifth dot, community inclusion. Sixth dot, job coaching and career advancement. The path begins from our first meeting to a large banner at the end of the page that says Inclusive Community. We will then develop a plan together that guides our activities and services. This plan will be tailored to your individual goals and the services and support we offer. Page 3. 3. Services Trillium offers. Individualized employment. Before we go approach companies on your behalf, we need to get to know you. Discovery and planning. Whether you have a clear employment goal in mind or are still exploring your options, we're here to support you. We want to learn about your skills, interests, and when you are most successful. This discovery process includes interviewing those who know you and observing you in various community and home settings to learn more about you in different ways. Assessments. Assessments are a way for you to try different tasks and work environments. We will find businesses in your community for you to try out jobs. These assessments help you get clear about what types of jobs would be the best for you by doing the job before you commit to an employment goal. Job development. Once we feel like we have a clear plan of the type of tasks and environment that you would like to do, we will make a list of businesses in your community for Trillium to contact. We don't have a list of jobs waiting to be filled. We approach businesses in the community to find the right job for you. We will do many job development activities on your behalf, and sometimes you will do them with us. For example, there might be a job fair, or you might want to ask for applications yourself. We will update you on the businesses we are contacting and the progress we are making. This part can take many months. When you get a job, you will have to do the following things, and we will support you along the way. You will have to follow the employer's rules during the hiring process. This may include filling out paperwork or online forms, attending orientation meetings, or getting necessary training. It could also mean taking a drug test or having a background check. Page 4. You will need to plan how you will get to and from work. Trillium does not provide transportation services. You will need to know the appropriate dress code for your job and be at work on time. You may have to buy a uniform or required safety attire. You will need to work when the employer schedules you. You are an employee of the business, so they determine work schedule, wages, and benefits. This might mean you have to adjust some of your personal activities or interests. In the middle of the page is a picture of an employee standing in front of the Louisiana kitchen sign wearing a work apron and hat. Job coaching. Once you start your job, we will talk with your employer about the support you will need to be successful. You will be trained by your supervisor and coworkers, and we will be there to help you learn your job tasks and build coworker relationships. Trillium will continue to provide job coaching to ensure that you and your employer get the support needed so you are successful and have opportunities for career advancement. Our goal is to support you to be as independent as possible in your job and help create an environment where you are supported and confident. We provide individualized support to do this, and some examples include developing tools, accommodations, and ensuring your coworkers and supervisors know how to support you. This individualized fading process will be communicated with you, your supervisor, and Trillium staff with the goal of eventually checking in with you and your supervisor as needed, at minimum once a month. Trillium staff will always be available as a resource for you and your employer. If at any time you are struggling with one of your tasks or are learning a new task, Trillium staff are available to offer support. Career advancement. We are also available to support any career advancement goals you may have, such as increasing your work hours, getting a pay increase, or looking for a new or second job. Page 5. Community inclusion. Community inclusion services support individuals to pursue relationships, engagement, and skill development in their communities. Trillium envisions that community inclusion activities complement an individual's professional goals to create a rich life where they belong and contribute both in work and community. Community inclusion, CI services, will support you to contribute to your community through volunteer work, board advisory membership, advocacy, or other civic engagement. Learn, practice, and apply skills that increase inclusion in your community. Pursue education or skill building outside career advancement activities. Build or strengthen relationships through participation in hobbies or interests you are passionate about. Successful community inclusion activities will result in you having a greater network of people and community opportunities in your life. More people will know and experience your skills and gifts. Our approach to community inclusion services will feel like our employment services. Discovery. We will learn what you are passionate about, what you want to be more involved in, what you feel is missing from your life now, what supports makes you most successful, and helps to define interests you want to pursue. Community development. We will support you in exploring opportunities to pursue your interests. This may include researching organizations that match your interests, building a network around you for more relationships, trying new activities, and building the skills needed to access and participate in your community. Inclusion advancement. CI is intended for connection and relationship building between you and people without disabilities who are not paid to provide services to you. As you establish yourself in your community activity, Trillium will fade our involvement so you are more directly connected to the people and organizations in your community. When you achieve milestones in your goals, we will help you identify new ones and support you to achieve them. If you run into challenges or your plans change, we will help you troubleshoot situations or build a new plan for community inclusion. Our employment and community inclusion staff will work together so that we can support your goals for belonging and contributing to your community. If you receive community inclusion services from another agency, Trillium will request a release of information so that we can contact that agency to best support you. Additional resources/supports. Everyone we serve has a unique employment and community inclusion journey. We do our best to ensure our services are tailored to your specific goals, values, and support needs. Trillium staff will work with you on connecting to other services and support that are outside of the inclusion/employment consultant role, as there are supports we may not be trained or qualified to provide. These supports might include help with transportation, restroom support, medical support, adaptive equipment, benefits planning, housing/residential supports, adaptive behavior strategies, representative payees, cultural navigators, or assistive technology. While we do not provide these services at Trillium, we are on your team to help you get what you need to fully access your community. We often partner and closely collaborate with DDA case managers, benefits planners, behavior specialists, vocational rehabilitation counselors, DVR, residential personal care providers, and others to make sure you have what you need to participate in your community and workplace as independently as possible. Our job is to find a good match where you can build skills, have the accommodation you need, and build relationships with people at your job/community activity that support your success. Ultimately, if we do this well, you will not always need Trillium staff with you. Safety audit. Safety is important. Our goal is to ensure your employment and community opportunities are safe, and you have the support in those environments that you need. Trillium will not always be there with you, so we use a safety audit to plan for a safe experience. For the safety audit, we will identify safety issues specific to the environment and tasks, gather input from coworkers and your support team, and build a plan together. Some examples of things we address in safety audits are safety protocols/equipment in the workplace/organization, or support for specific concerns like seizures or sensory impairments. We will review this with you every year as things may change. Page 7. 4. Roles and expectations. Job seeker. Expectations. Your job search and future job should be your priority over sports, activities, volunteering, and time with friends. And remember, it will take time to find a job. You may have to reschedule activities to fit around your work schedule once you get a job. Whenever we get together to meet with a business or go to an event or attend interviews, we will expect you to dress appropriately for the occasion. We can offer suggestions so you can make a great first impression. Reality of a first job. Your first job may not be your dream job, but we hope it serves as a valuable step in that direction, helping you build experience and qualifications. We will help you make the most of each job to build skills and determine the next steps in your career journey. Communication with employers. Trillium staff are available to assist you with communication between you and your employer. Trillium will support you with requests for time off work, an increase in working hours, schedule changes, etc. families, guardians, and residential support. Expectations. We will need your support to ensure the best success. This support can include sharing your knowledge of the person's strengths, passions, and even things to avoid. You can support them in their preparation, attire, readiness, for interviews, jobs, appointments, and help them arrange transportation. One other key support is helping when we brainstorm businesses to approach. Many jobs are found through connections, so your network of friends and families is valuable. Think about people you know who own or work at different businesses, stores or restaurants, and other places that you have community connections. Give the contact information to the Trillium staff, and they will have follow-up communication with the individual and keep you posted. Page 8. At the top of the page is a small photo of a Trillium client in his work uniform at his job site, side-hugging his Trillium employment consultant. We hope you will promote openness to exploring a range of job types, work schedules, businesses, and a broad geographic area so we can maximize opportunities. Work takes priority over extracurricular activities and volunteer activities. This may mean rescheduling other activities so they don't conflict with work. A work schedule is determined based on a business's needs, so while Trillium staff may advocate for certain hours, the work schedule is ultimately determined by the business. Work hours may include evenings, weekends, or holidays. Excessive vacation time should not be requested. Attendance is an important way to demonstrate commitment to their position. Employer communication. If you have any questions or concerns to address with an employer, please inform Trillium staff so we can support successful conversations and resolutions rather than approaching a supervisor or business yourself. It can be confusing to an employer when they have multiple people representing the needs of their employees. Page 9. 5. How are services paid for? There are different funding resources available to pay for Trillium services. Our staff are available to help guide you on what might be best for your specific situation. Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, DVR. The Division of Vocational Rehabilitation is often the first funding source for employment services. When you are determined to be eligible for DVR, together we will meet with the DVR staff to create a service plan that explains the specific service Trillium provides to you: discovery, assessment, job placement, intensive training, and job coaching. Resources and funding through DVR are time limited, and DVR does not pay for long-term support. Developmental Disabilities Administration, DDA, County Services. Once the time limit resources from DVR end, you may be eligible for services through your county. Trillium contracts with counties to provide long-term employment and community inclusion services in partnership with DDA. Contact your Developmental Disabilities Administration Case Resource Manager to find out if you are eligible. Private pay. Some people are not eligible for DVR and DDA/county services, so we offer the option to private pay for our services. On the side bottom part of page 9 is a picture of a Trillium client wearing a shirt that says, "Brace yourself for an adventure." They are sitting down in a green chair and holding a water bottle. Page 10. 6. Trillium Policies. Clients' rights. As a recipient of our services, you have many rights, including but not limited to creating your own job goals and service plans, being treated with dignity and respect, asking for information to be explained again or in different ways or languages, having your personal information handled carefully, involving others, family, advocates, etc. in the planning. Being protected from abuse, discrimination, or exploitation. We also love these videos on clients' rights, created by People First of Washington. https://informingfamilies.org/pf-rights/. For full details on client rights Trillium adheres to, please visit https://www.dsHS.wA.gov/sites/capital DDA/lowercase dda/policy/policy 5.06.pdf. Confidentiality. All information in your records will be kept confidential and secured in a password-protected database. We require written consent from you or your legal guardian to share information with others. Non-discrimination. We do not discriminate because of race, color, national origin, gender, age, religion, creed, marital status, disability, sexual orientation, or the presence of any sensory, mental, or physical impairment in the delivery of our services. Access to records. You, your legal guardian, and the funders, DVR, DDA, county, have the right to review your files. The legal guardian of a client may review the file without written permission. The parent, not a legal guardian, must have written permission from the client and/or guardian to review files. Staff will provide requested documentation or access to files within 3 business days of written request. In the upper right-hand corner of page 11 is a Trillium client. They are wearing a Blazers red sweatshirt. Over their legs is a blue and white blanket. They are sitting in a wheelchair in what looks like an office space. Eligibility for services. Trillium Employment Services maintains that all individuals have employment potential. Formal assessment of vocational skills will not be used in determining an individual's eligibility for our service. To determine eligibility for services, a program manager will look for the following. Must be 21 years of age or older and not enrolled in school. Exceptions are job foundations and school-to-work clients, and other situations the program manager may authorize if the client has funding options. Must show motivation to work and participate in activities that lead to a job. Have support in the home environment and/or a personal advocate willing to assist with skills to access work in the community. Have transportation or the ability to pay for transportation to and from work. Have funding for services. Ending Trillium services. You have the right to select your service provider, including terminating services with us. If our experience together indicates that we are not meeting your needs, or the criteria for services listed above are no longer demonstrated, we may terminate services with you. Essential services. In the event of an emergency, Trillium will continue to provide necessary essential services to the people we serve, to prevent danger to life, health, or the safety of everyone. These essential services will be limited and will likely not be all the support and services you are used to. Page 12. In the middle of the left-hand side of the page is a photo of a Trillium client. They are wearing their name tag in a grocery store. 7. Trillium Staff. Our team is here to support you. Typically, the characteristics Trillium looks for in its employees include creativity, compassion, a desire to learn, good initiative, professionalism, and adaptability to change. We also strive to hire people with diverse backgrounds because we believe that makes our team stronger. Staff training. We invest a lot in staff training to make sure you get great services. We go beyond the required training to make sure staff are learning new strategies for supporting your community involvement and job success. Training includes systematic instruction, discovery, job development, first aid and CPR, positive behavior support, mental health first aid, and right response training. Staff collaboration. While you have a dedicated Trillium staff person, we work in teams, and you may have several staff working on your behalf or supporting you at your job. Our collaboration ensures the best services are offered to you by utilizing the diverse skills of our team. You can find information about our staff on our website. When there's a staff change, we do our best to ensure thoughtful transfers, but we may not be able to accommodate the individual requests for staff. Page 13. In the upper right-hand part of the page is a Trillium client sitting in a chair in an office setting, shredding paper. 8. Complaint resolution process. We are here to serve you, and if you are not happy with our services, we want to know. If we aren't communicating how you want, you have challenges with Trillium staff, or you are upset about something, please tell us so we can do something about it. Trillium fully supports the rights of individuals to express complaints regarding any subject, whether it be working relationships, program policies, or operations. Individuals will be encouraged and supported in their expression of these concerns without suffering negative repercussions or retaliation. Please talk to your Trillium staff person, supervisor, or a program director about your concerns. Any issue you bring to us, we will try to work through with you. This is considered an informal complaint. Staff will investigate any informal complaints within 48 hours and report back to everyone involved on how the problem can be resolved. Sometimes it helps to set up a meeting with everyone involved to clear things up. If you feel the problem has not been resolved after meeting with Trillium staff and their supervisors, you can talk to the Executive Director of Trillium in person, by phone, or in writing. This will be considered a formal complaint. The Executive Director will investigate your formal complaint within 5 business days, and then you can expect a written report on how your problem has been resolved. If the problem is still not resolved, you and the Executive Director will pick a committee of 3 people to listen to your complaint and mediate to resolve it. At least one person on the committee will not be affected by the outcome to make sure we are fair. You should expect written feedback from this committee within 30 days. You may have your parents, advocates, residential staff, or case manager with you during this process. If external mediation is involved, the service funders, DVR, DDA, county, will be notified. Section continues on page 14. If your complaint is about the Executive Director, you can contact a Trillium board member. At any time during this process, you can also pursue other legal channels. If the complaint is a discrimination complaint that you feel unresolved, you may contact DSHS Office of Equal Opportunity /OCR, P.O. Box 45839, Olympia, Washington 98504-5839. Phone 1-800-521-8060. TDD 1-800-521-8061. If we can't resolve your concerns, you have the option to choose a different employment provider. and we would cooperate with your new provider for a smooth transition. Page 15. Contacting Trillium. Office serving King County. 201 Auburn Way North, Suite B, Auburn, Washington, 98002. Telephone 253-735-1553. Office serving Pierce County. 400 South Meridian, Suite 1B, Puyallup, Washington, 98371. Telephone 253-446-7510. Office serving Kitsap County. 3501 Northwest Lowell Street, Suite 101, Silverdale, Washington, 98383. Telephone 360-698-6659. Office serving Clark County. 5109 Northeast 82nd Avenue, Suite 200, Vancouver, Washington, 98662. Telephone 360-567-3053. Office serving Yakima County. 1101 West Yakima Avenue, Suite 101, Yakima, Washington, 98902. Telephone 253-735-1553, extension 2037. Our offices are typically open 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Please call ahead as our staff are mostly out in the community. We are also available by TDD 7-1-1, www.trillium.org, facebook.com/Trillium Employment Services. Stay connected with us by liking us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. On our website, you can view staff bios, find resources, and sign up for our e-newsletter. We look forward to helping you reach your employment and community inclusion goals. On the back page of the handbook are a series of 3 photos. In the upper left-hand photo is a picture of a Trillium client working at a printer in an office setting. The second photo to the right is of a Trillium client working in a dishwashing setting. The last picture on the lower left is of a Trillium client working at TJ Maxx. All pictured are smiling.